What's up, chat? How are we? Mrs. Otter bought me a comb. So we're out here trying to look good for you guys. Hope you're all doing well. She also got me, I don't know how we feel about Batman. We got some Funko Batman thing. Otter Gang. What's good, Straggerheart? We got the Otter hat. We'll be hanging out with you guys. So what's up? Shout out to the chat. Nate, Quantum Divergence here. The Fallen One, Straggerheart, Sniper's Nightmare, Jake, and Brooke. Man, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. We are singing today. Now, just so you guys know, one of our fellow otters, the lady otter of the channel, Brooke, her birthday is March 5th. Now, it's probably still March 4th for you. But, it is March 5th in Australia. So, as we proceed to give you what you need, we are going to be looking at the charts, but we also are going to be looking at singing, because we sing for our fellow otters. Hitting the likes, Straggerheart, Padawan Rangebender says, "What's up, fam? Otter Gang, Alex O, what's the juice?" Well, I woke up and we started to pump. And guess what? From the future, happy Australian birthday, Brooke. Shout out to you. So we got a bunch of birthdays coming up in March. Shout out if you have a birthday, because I be singing. It's tradition. Let me pull up some things here. Because it's tradition. We got to sing some happy birthday. The Otter Gang's got to be out singing it with you, right? Because it's only fair that we're out here. And we're going to get into the charts. Don't you worry. We're getting into the charts. But, you know, I have to say that sometimes the gang has to come first. So we're all going to get out here. I'm going to set this up here. It may not be that organized, but we are ready to sing. So, Otter Gang, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brooke. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Brooke. Let's go. All right, now that we've sang happy birthday, let's jump into the charts. Hope you're all doing well. Let's look at Bitcoin. I'm in a long from down below here. I woke up this morning. I'm like, bottom of the range. I'm going to throw a little scalp on. And when we threw the scalp, we're up 35% or something on this long. And guess what? It's the only trade that has been actually applicable in the last 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. No, there's been a short here. There's been some things. So happy birthday to you, Brooke. But let's jump into the charts. Look, we're getting rejected here. Can we get pushed back down? The bears are attacking. They are angry bears, and they are out to get us. You can see here, and we're definitely gonna be, the Sphinx is gonna be 33. Throw the Sphinxes in the air. Shout out to you, Jake. Happy birthday to Brooke. Amazing. You know, it's all about community here. And it's all about singing and having a good time, trying to extract profits from these beautiful charts. Let's go into the daily. Actually, let's go into the weekly. First of all, we'll go into the weekly. We're going to look at the weekly here. We did have this reversal triangle that didn't play out, but look at us now. Ace, my my man, the top otter. Big up to you. Big up to you, Aces. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. We're all over the place. We're all over the place. Shout out to you. Brooke, thanks, Otter Dudes. Yeah, we're here for you. We got you. We got you. Don't mess with Brooke. You know, there's a bunch of otters ready to swim over and kick some ass if anybody messing with you or Jake. This is not physical advice. Is it financial advice? It's not financial advice, but don't mess with Brooke. So we out here. Look at this weekly candle. First of all, I just wanted to identify this weekly candle. We got a red dot here. This could print. And that could be bearish, and we could get cold. Even though we're in Australia and we're really hot, I know what cold is because I am from Canada. So it's big up to you. And tomorrow, big announcement. Tomorrow, we're going live at 4 a.m. plus UTC 11. Okay, so that means it's early AF for me. Okay, I'm getting up before work to bring you guys the goods. Right, we're gonna try a different time zone. Hopefully, we can catch New York and the UK and a bit of Australia. I mean, Australia is still sleeping, but we're going to try a different strategy here. Try to get more people involved and try to get, some more confluence on the charts for everybody who's waking up to the charts, who's working the charts at the given time. The YouTube tells me that we have more viewers at that time. There are more people online, so we're going to try and get it to more people, and that's what we're going to try. The best beatboxer, bliss to the beatboxer around. So we're just gonna try a different time this week only, just to test it out, because then we have Mrs. Otter's Mama Otter coming to visit. We got everybody visiting, so we're gonna try our best to get you always information on the chart. So we got the 5-day here. It doesn't look too much of a divergence on the 5-day. It just looks like a red dot that has printed. So that is bearish, and we are still in the money flow, but it is curving up. Let's take a bigger outlook here. So we got the lovely lady lumps here on the 3-day momentum waves curving over with the bearish divergence that has brought us down, right? It hasn't fully finished yet. And we're looking at money flow 2 to curl over and go below the zero line. So that's very important for us in the long term if we want to continue downwards and fill up our bags. If you're a bear like me, you want the price to go to like 12K and pick up like 5 Bitcoins and then let it ride off into the moon bags. So for me, I'm still dollar cost averaging. I have dollar cost averaged in this range right here. So if we do not work our way down, we will still have accumulated a little bit more, right? Because if you believe in Bitcoin, we should be taking the dips, right? Especially that everybody's so bullish as of late. We could pump and we could go to the moon. And we know that above us here at 25K, at this level right here, we do have a beautiful, beautiful value gap. And if I was to pull that up, you would see a value gap between here and around here, 28K. And you'd see that we would move through this area like a rocket ship, right? This is the gateway to heaven, or the gateway to higher prices, whatever you believe in. So, I mean, for tomorrow's video, what time again? So it is UTC plus 11. That's the Sydney, Australia time. So just type in 4 a.m. Sydney to wherever you are, and you'll see what time it is. So what's up? Darren does things. You know what, Darren? You're doing things today. I know you're doing things today because you're here with us. Thank you for being part of the live. Shout out to you. We're going live early in the morning, starting tomorrow. Call me crazy, but guess what? We're getting you guys the information as much as possible. So we do have this gateway to higher prices here, but guess what? That's not what the trend is saying. The trend is saying, I want to go lower, right? We're under a bear attack right now. We've got all this FUD. We got all these banks, Stargate. What's the name of that? Silvergate, Stargate Enterprise is going under. Sorry, there was a fly in here. Welcome to Australia. We have a really clean apartment. I do not want to say that I am a dirty person. There was just a fly flying at me. But we are looking for prices to work its way down below here. Now, why is this so important? Because it's a change of market structure, right? If we can flip this, we can come below. We've been talking about this for quite some time, right? We do have this key level of support above us, or resistance above us. Resistance above us, sorry. It's still early here. Imagine me at 4 a.m. I don't know if you guys are going to want to chill and come and say hi to me. But we do have price being held down. Now, we haven't had very good news recently, and that has brought us down as well, right? So what we were looking at yesterday is this on the daily, right? We can see that how steep this is very, very frightening. It's so exciting. I just can't hide it, right? So we can see that we have a big split in the RSI. We have money flow steeply coming down. We haven't seen it really that steep since around over here, right? So we got to be very cautious here and watch for this to curl up. It hasn't given us any indication yet, and it looks very bearish, right? If this continues out and we get a money flow crossover like this, we'll then watch out, because it's always around the end of this arc. When you see money flow arc, that's when we see big drops, right? If I get out of here, if we go over to here, well, we're not in the green over here. So here you can see it attempted to come out, boom, nothing, right? But look, as it curled over here, when we got our big drop, right? Our drop started right here. So if I put a vertical line right here, we can see, where did that start, right? Oopsie, wrong one. It started when money flow started to curl out, right? You can see this vertical. It started to curl out. We got the big drop there, right? So that's our indication. When money is coming in, okay, pump-a-palooza, right? But when money flow is coming out, somewhere down the line that's when it's going to drop the bomb, right? So that's how we prepare for money flow. It's more of a leading indicator, so we have to be aware of the leading indications here. Now, this is a leading indicator. You can see a clearly defined hump over top of this, right? So we're looking for possibly a push down below these lows around 21.3. Now, what do we have below? We have a CME gap down here, which we have marked on our charts and given to you guys. And if you're not aware of the CME gap, it is right here with the big, big orange arrow. You want me to make it bigger so you guys can see it? Here you go. It's right there. How's it all going? Darren does things with the time zone magic. So it's like 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, it is. Depends where you reside. Good day, Alex. Good day, mate. Crikey, fair income, mate. Space Invader. How's it going, man? Throwing up the otters in the chat. I have yet to see an otter in Australia, but you guys are utterly fantastic. So let's jump into this chart. We're talking about money flow. We're talking about leading indicators, and we're talking about what the markets are doing with all this bearish news, right? Getting a bigger outlook on what happened to my market cipher. Getting a bigger outlook on what price wants to do. So this to me is pretty bearish. We have the split in the RSI, and obviously there's going to want to be some sort of relief here. Where can we pull a fibs? Well, maybe from the bottom to the top here. And we can see for this gigantic range that we have, how is FTM? We'll add FTM onto our list. I even have a list here today. I'm prepared for you guys. FTM. DGen coin for Alex to check today is oh my God, Agix? Agix? How do you pronounce that? Sniper's Nightmare. A-G-I-X. We'll call it Agix. We'll call it Agix. Hey, Jix, how's it going, Jix? I added that to the list as well, okay? So we got Gala, H-Bar, Ocean, FTM, and Agix on our list today. I just had to have coffee after that Sniper's Nightmare. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I'm just messing with you. Let's keep going. So we can see that we are at a key level here of support that is a retracement, that is a bounce, right? So it's going to be tough for the bears to get down. We are under a bear attack. We have seen price work its way down. We are trying to possibly, could we get a bounce and then head down? This is more likely, my opinion. So we've been watching this as well. Anytime, mate. Good day, bloody hell. I lived in the UK for 2 years. That's when I first met Sniper's Nightmare. I was living in the UK. Ask him. We've been homies for quite some time. I'd say at least since like June or something last year. So shout out to Sniper's Nightmare. Much love to you. Always in the chat. Always helping out everybody. Thank you so much. We appreciate you here. And bloody hell, how's the weather in England? I know Canada got 3 feet of snow a couple of days ago. I mean, this is why we're in Australia, right? This is why we're in Australia. So, great. At least I won't be watching it at midnight for once. It's 12 midnight right now. Ace, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you coming through, even at a horrible time. It's hard to coordinate in Australia, I tell you that much. We feel like we're on Mars out here, and it's pretty damn hot. So, lots of rain, always lots of rain. So, let's go into the midterm time frames from 10 to 16 to 18. And we can see that money flow is in the red and we're starting to curl over. So this is a very different sign. This says relief, right? This definitely says that, hey, look at us here. We have come down. We are printing a green dot on the 10-hour and market structure. Is there hidden bullish divergence? That's what we're going to look for. From this point here, we're going to look for some sort of higher high and lower low on the momentum waves. Well, we haven't fully got that here, right? Can we say it's from maybe this one here? Well, that's a possibility. If we take it more from here and not from here, well, we can see that maybe, just maybe, we can have a slight divergence here, right? And that could be a hidden bullish divergence, which could bring us up. So that's something to watch and keep to your attention, because obviously over the weekends they're setting us up, right? They're setting us up for some sort of move. But what it is, we have to just play the odds, right? Put the odds in our favor. We've clearly had a quick, swift drop down into key level of support, right? So what would we be typically looking for? I'd be typically looking for, you see the lows here, I'd be looking for us to come at least halfway up, take out the liquidity up here, and then drop it on us, right? So not everything moves in a straight down line like it did on Thursday, but it should work its way down, right? If we continue this downtrend, which we are definitely in, then we should definitely be seeing lower lows, especially with the macro environment, especially with people being, with all this news coming out that's so bearish. Around 3 a.m. and I'll still watch, so we are families, no biggie. Much love, fam. Much love. Thank you so much. Don't mind my keyboard typing trash. I love your keyboard typing trash. Keep it coming. We love you here. Thank you so much, Ace, for your support. I appreciate you. So you can see on these, as we get into the lower term hourly time frames here, we can see that we do have this divergence. It is aware, but I mean, it's so hidden, right, that it's kind of out of play. So we're going to look over at this low here and this one here. Well, we can see that we clearly have on the 6 hour some sort of bullish divergence, right? That's more clear to me. So that looks like it wants to bring us up. Now with dumps, we can clearly see that there's always going to be bullish divergence. And depending on the volume, which we'll pull up here, depending on the volume is what's going to dictate how much of a dump it is, right? So we need volume. In order to push price through key levels of support, we need volume. So we can see that this bullish divergence starts getting weaker as we get into the lower term time frames. Now, why is this? It's because we've moved sideways, right? It's because we've moved sideways through the weekend and we haven't been able to get the volume. If you see this move down, look at the spike in volume. You don't get these spikes of volume very often that are this high, right? If we put a horizontal line on our volume here, we can see, it's almost as powerful as the pump that pushed us up, right? Same with this one here, right? So we got to be aware that we need volume in order to keep pushing. Wesley Parker says, I'm in a cheeky long from 22 2206 and hoping to get to 22,600-ish. I am also in a long from down here around 22. I don't know. I jumped into it this morning. Lower part of the range, but we'll get into that as well. Awesome, Wesley. I'm glad that you're in the long right now. You are in profits, so that's great. Jonathan Schaefer, what's going on? Shout out to you. He's saying hi in the chat. Shout out to Jonathan Schaefer, long-term friend of the channel. Thank you for being here, my man. We appreciate you. Lots of people here on the weekends. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate every single one of you. Now we're looking at these time frames, hoping to extract something that will help us better trade it. Now we're looking for a little bit of relief and then a continuation of the dump. So right now we got a yellow X on the 3-hour time frame. That means a continuation to the downside, right? A continuation bullish or bearish, sorry. No, thank you. He wants it to drop like it's hot. He wants it to just continue downwards. So we'll see what the Bears have in store for us and this weekend, this weekly candle, and which way they want to put it in, because we know that on Sundays they typically get a little bit crazy out here with the price action. So yeah, we can see that there's a very small bullish divergence on the 6-hour, the 5-hour, right? Very small, but it can bring us up, right? It can bring us up. Money flow is in the red, and stochastics remain very much oversold, right? And we're oversold with a green dot printing on these time frames. Now, this is something I would watch for us to have a little bit of relief right now, because we are so low here. As we flip through this, money flow is curling back up, and we can see that, yes, we're remaining at the downside right now, but can we get this pump back up? That is something to be watching right now, right? So we can see we are getting momentum coming back up to the 0 line, and it's trying to push. Now, at the 1 hour, this is something that we're looking at. VWAP has punched through and is coming out, right? 2 hour VWAP is at the 0 mark, trying to punch through. Stochastic on the 2 hour is turning green. Stochastic is green on the 1 hour, right? It's remained green ever since we had that big dump, right? So it is looking to relieve itself. Where is it looking to relieve itself? Well, we're going to pull a fib. We're going to pull a volume profile, and we're going to say that, hey, somewhere around, it's got to be somewhere around these lows, right? Somewhere around these lows, I would put a box right here. And this is where I would look for price to come to. Why is that? Because we have a key level of resistance above us here. We also have volume, and we also have a golden pocket. So I'll remove that, and I'll pull up my levels that I always do for you guys and show you what's popping off. Because we got the point of control local here. We have a golden pocket, and we also have key level of resistance. So it's going to take some effort in order to get above here. It's going to take volume, and we do not have volume right now. So what's going to happen? Will price work its way back up to this point of control local and get rejected and send us back on our way? Because you know that the momentum waves and the stochastics and the oscillators want to reset in order to continue this dump down. They need to reset, and that's perfect timing for the weekend, right? Is this all planned? Possibly, right? Is this all planned? Possibly. Ace. Meanwhile, who has experienced the issue with Bybit where I try to get into a trade with a limit order and it rolls and says request not complete or BS like that? It's happened to me 5 times this evening, which is liquidated that trade and stop loss refused to set. It just rolls for a while through. Though prices will be waiting for you for a while. So it sounds like it's not hitting the limit order. Sometimes the limit orders do not register. Mine are pretty good. Sometimes with a stop loss or everything like that, you have to make sure it's a market order in order to get out of here. Top 10 says Otter. What you doing here? Ha 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 ha. Brazers. Uh-oh, Brazers. We won't talk about Brazers on this channel. We're about otters and extracting profits. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to you, top 10. Always commenting otter. Much love. We throw in otters in the chat just for you. We're out here. Thank you so much for being here. We're looking for relief. Don't we all want some relief? So what we're looking for here for Bitcoin is for us to possibly work our way back up to this level. We have our top of the range here. This is our trading range for the weekend. I know it's pretty pathetic, my friends, but we're in here and we're trying to trade, right? I woke up this morning. I saw this low. I jumped into a long. I'm currently in a long right now, and I am holding it, and we'll see. Will it go? I've taken profit once. Take what the market gives you. Take profit early, pay yourself, and don't worry about it. Then do a live stream like I have, or do whatever you want to do. But pay yourself, right? Pay yourself and preserve that capital, right? Pay yourself and preserve that capital, and try to try your best to trade the range. Now, we did give trade setups yesterday with some alts, and they did play out, and some of them didn't fully play out. But we're gonna look at that shortly. So with Bitcoin right now, we'll come back to it. We'll give you key levels of what we're trading, and we'll look into that. Remember, CME gap is below us here, and we're looking for price to work its way down to it, right? This is what we're looking for. We're looking for price to work its way down to the CME gap, right? Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is up. A lot of people are getting out of alts. Why are they getting out of alts? Because we are slowly dumping, right? Now, when we flip through all of these different altcoins, if I just start from the top here, we can see they all look the same. If I flip, they all look the same. We have a rolling thunder downtrend, right? Can we see that? I just mucked up my H bar. But we can see that rolling down trend, right? Rolling down trend, some relief on Aptos here, but you can see it's very similar rolling down trend, right? Now, why is this so important to realize? Because we are at a make or break point with alts. We are at a make or break point with alts. You can see all this levels on Chainlink here. Support, 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 failure to break through, failure to break through. Well, what's going on with Bitcoin? Same kind of deal. Support, 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 failure to break through, right? We have had this dip down below, right? But failure to break through. Key levels of support. Key levels, right? Very, very hard to trade because, one, you should be looking to long, right? Mentally, I'm at the bottom of a range. I should be looking to long, but that's against the trend, right? That's against the trend. So what are we looking to do? Are we looking to long? Are we looking to short? Or are we looking for a better short entry, right? We have this across the board on basically every single alt. You can see this, right? Just zoom out a bit and look at the charts. If we do dump, everything is ready to fly down, right? Everything is at a key level, right? Even Ethereum has come down, touched these key levels. We have a big box here below here. This area right here, for most alts, for most coins, is a quick move downwards. Quick move into a different range that we were trading in since June, right? So this is what we're watching. This is what we're watching. We need to zoom out. We need to see what the market sentiment is. We are in a downtrend across the board, right? So what are some of the trade setups we had? So let's go over to Gala. First thing we were looking at yesterday is Gala was at a key level of support, and it was actually touching the bottom of this value area high. You see this value area high? It was touching these support lines here. So we can see here when we zoom in, we were like, hey, Gala could pump up, but really Gala's in a bad downtrend right now. And if we bring this up, we can see that we were looking to short from this area here. Whew. And if you had gotten into this short, we had set it up yesterday, but we were ready to trade this, and we were sharing this in the Discord. So don't forget to like and subscribe and join us in the Discord. We're constantly sharing our levels, constantly sharing our trading ideas and what's going to happen. What's up, everyone? Hi, Alex. and.com. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for making that super easy to understand anytime. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to and.com. Welcome to the Otter Gang, and welcome to TA with Alex O Crypto. Trying our best to get you guys all the information we can. Free Discord. Always here to help. Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. Gala looks ready to fly down to... Well, when we look at Gala and we zoom out, we can see that Gala had this insane pump up, right? Insane. 300% insane pump up. We have key levels of support and resistance. It has dropped like it's hot, right? So we have been trading these ranges for quite some time. We know that there's this range above here. We know that there's a point of control above us, so maybe we bring this up here. But we can see that it has come back down to reality, right? Back into this range here, right? So this range here, obviously all the way back from October, we've been trading in this, right? Check Cardano. We're going to check ADA for you. We'll check ADA for you as well. So we got a list here. So we gave this Gala setup. I was like, you know what? I think Gala's going to dump. It looks pretty much ready. And guess what? It has dumped. And we've been targeting the bottom of the range. And it looks scary for Gala. But right now, you would have been up around 9%, which would have been nice. I did not get into this trade because I was out with the Mrs. Otter yesterday. Just hanging out, having a nice weekend. It's Sunday now. We're going for a walk later. Maybe I'll send some pictures of our walk. It's called Eagles Rock near Sydney, Australia. And we will be walking out there to go and check out the coastline. I will send you guys some pictures on the Discord of the coastline. It is gorgeous out here. So thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Future billionaire, check Cardano. Let's go to ADA just for you. Oh my God. Now ADA has been basically, everybody's been joking around saying that ADA is a stable coin. And that was around here. I mean, ADA was like flat, right? It was pretty stable. We do have this range in ADA, and it has broken out since this dump, right? And we do have support in this chart here. When we zoom out, we can see that there is this range previous before. So our next support line actually for ADA would be around here. We're going to check this here, and we'll check the volume for you guys just to make sure that if you are trading ADA and you want to get Charles Hoskined, we can see that we do have volume spikes here. Now, what do these volume spikes tell us? This is where price is going to tend to want to stop, right? So we do have the entry here. We have the value area low here. So this is a box here. We will draw this for you guys, right? Entry to the box. Like we said before, most coins have come up and down to this key level of support. We should be looking for longs here, right? But right now with market sentiment, low volume on the weekend, it's risky without a tight stop loss to jump into a long, right? ADA and XRP, the stables. Yes, and absolutely. I looked at XRP yesterday. It's in the middle of the range, and I was just like, you know what, this is not tradable in my opinion. It can go lower. Of course it can go lower. We are at that key level of support, though, throughout, like I talked about, throughout all the alts, we are at that level that wants to hold up. It does not... The bulls do not want to lose this key level of support, because if it loses a level of support, then we're back into this range and will be a stable coin within this range, right? We won't be getting, without some bullish news on Bitcoin, we're not getting back out of here, right? So it wants to hold this and remain in this current range that it's been in for quite some time, ever since January, right? That January pump on Bitcoin, that's what everything wants to stay in, right? We know that with Bitcoin, we got the big, huge January pump going over to Bitcoin. We can see the giant January pump, right? This is the new range that was formed, right? So everything else has followed suit like it typically does, and it wants to hold that. So Same with ADA. When we come back to ADA, we look at ADA, we can see, boom, up into this giant January range. It wants to hold this, right? It wants to stay in this range and continue to trade in order to stay bullish, right? The structure hasn't fully changed on Bitcoin yet, right? When we look at Bitcoin, we know that with Bitcoin, we need it to change market structure. Yes, we've come up, but we need it to make a lower low in order to continue down. The lower low is right here at 21.4, 21.3-ish. We need to get below that low there in order to change market structure. Until then, I remain bearish, or I remain bullish, sorry. I remain bullish. Can you look at Blur or Ajax if you have time? Oh my God. We are going to look at Ajax. Sniper's Nightmare said to look at Ajax. So we will definitely look at Ajax as well. We'll try to get to Blur too. Thank you so much for being here, and .com. Obviously, you and Sniper's Nightmare should coordinate your Ajax trades together, because he said to throw a spanner or a wrench or a shifter, as they call it in Australia, a spanner, wrench, or shifter into the works. He was like, you're going to do some TA on Ajax. So that's awesome. We're going to go down to H-bar. Now, we had H-bar with this setup here. Same thing. Look at this across the board. Looking for H-bar to drop below this level of support. We set this up yesterday. When we zoom in here, we can see that we gave this beautiful trade setup from the top here. This would have been a nice little trade. We were like, hey, this looks yummy. Look at this. We came up, boom. Look at that, nice 6% gain given on H-bar yesterday. Now it's bounced up, but look at this. This would have been a nice trade on H-bar. So that was a nice setup. Now it's looking to relieve itself and bounce back up. So we'll continue to watch H-bar, but that trade was given, and I hope some of you took that. Now we're going to go over to Ocean, swimming in the ocean. Guess what? The beautiful setup here also played out as well. We were looking at Ocean. I was like, you know what? We got this key level of resistance here that's held up. We have the volume above us here. We also have a golden pocket coming down. Let's look for a trade here. And it kind of hung around quite a bit here, and then eventually it dropped down while I was sleeping. But yes, this has been a nice trade. It hasn't come all the way down to where we were targeting, but it has come down a nice 6% as well. So that Ocean trade was given in the Discord too. So if you took that, congrats. I mean, lots of gains to be had here. So we got movement. We've got, coins that are respecting TA. Even if we pull a fib here, we can see, wow, look at that. I haven't even looked at that. So we pull a fib from the swing low to the swing high here, and we get a beautiful golden pocket, which would have given you a long setup, right? A long setup right here. So you could target back up to the range high, and just like that, you would have been able to get into a trade there. So very easy, very easy setups, very easy. It takes a bit of courage to jump into these trades, obviously. But even without using Market Cipher B or any of the other indicators, you're easily able to see support and resistance, volume, and where price is going, and jump into trades. So Ocean, very nice, very nice, very nice. Continue to watch this area at 38 cents. Could be another possible shorting opportunity coming up your way. If we do not fail to get above this, we can see that we do have volume up here that is holding us down. So there we go. That's our Ocean trade there. So H-bar, Ocean, FTM was thrown. Dave Digital in the chat. Shout out to Dave. How's it going, man? Throwing up the otters and the candles. Candle Mafia's out here in strong full force. Thank you for being here, Dave Digital. Much respect, much love. Hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you're having a great day. We're out here trying to extract some profits. Now we're going up to Phantom, FTM. That's Flow. That's Phantom. Woof, Phantom. I don't know what this is on there for, but holy smokes, Phantom's dropping it like it's hot. What do you think about Render? Render. Is that the ticker symbol for Render? I don't think if I type in Render, it'll work. Render. Yeah, just let me know what the ticker symbol is, and I'll look at it. I don't have render on my chart, so I'll follow render. So when we zoom out here on FTM, we can see that we RNDR. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I just shared your link in Premium Discord. I ain't here to impose on Frankie Candles. I love Frank. I've been watching Frank forever. And that man does so much for the community and for the space. I love him to death and would not want to impose on his beautiful channel. He is a Candle Mafia master, and I just always wanted to show respect to him and the Candle Mafia. So we are thank you so much, and.com. I appreciate you. And thank you, Travis Harris, for being here. Now we're going to look at Phantom quickly. We share live shows. Appreciate you, and.com. Appreciate you. Mad love, mad respect. I can't wait for Tino and Frankie Candles on Wednesday. That is going to be great. Mad love and respect to all you out there. Look at the market maker and the Vector Candles. Bloody hell. Let's go. It's going to be so good. And then we got the Candle Mafia. That's going to be a great show. I'm pumped for that one. Wednesday, Frankie Candles. Don't miss it. Tino Traders Reality is going to be live. Happy days. I can't wait. I mean, what a combo. So excited for the space. I mean, that's a great collab coming right up. So looking at Phantom, same deal on Phantom, right? We have the giant box. We have price coming up from January, coming back down, double top, looking to break this low and continue downwards into the previous range. Market makers, whales, these bulls do not want to lose these levels, right? These are critical levels, so we have to be careful and watch for price and how it's going to react, right? So be careful out there and make sure to watch Phantom, because it can drop as soon as Bitcoin decides to drop. And believe me, I believe Bitcoin's going to drop because I am pretty much a bear, and and I'm looking for lower prices. So with this bearish divergence on the 2-day and the 3-day on Bitcoin, I'm looking for a bigger drop, right? So thank you so much for being here. We got Life's Prodigy. Hi, bro. Can you please check Ajax? Everybody's out for Ajax. Okay. Sniper's Nightmare. Why is Ajax so popular? Is it on CoinMarketCap right now? Ajax. Let's go Ajaxing. What the heck? All right. Happy days, my friends. Happy days. This is the right ticker, right? We're all looking at the same thing here. Whew. Is this new? It's obviously new. It's on Bybit. Wow. Okay. Happy days. It's moving. All right. So let's pull some volume. We don't have that much data on this, but we'll try and figure this out for you. We got a support high, we got a point of control, and we have a middle. All right, we have a big volume cluster here down to here. All right, so we're gonna pull this as well. What's holding us up? What's holding us down? Where are we at? Let's go to the 4-hour. Let's zoom in a little bit. Big drop. Big drop it like it's hot. We're looking here for a relief rally. Okay, so we do not want to come back down into this range here. That has held. I'm going to flip this around. This is our bottom range here. This is our support level. Okay. We can see we do not want to lose this level. We're coming up and recovering. Let's look at the sessions below. Above, view up. We love render. Ajax first. So we're looking at Ajax. We've done Phantom. We're looking at Ajax. We've done ADA. I've got a list here, guys. I've already filled up the notepad. Look at this. We're already filling up the notepad. So we're going through this. Now, Ajax is on a tear. We have the money flow staying in the green, has come underneath, and it has pumped. We have a key level of resistance here at the 0.5, between the 0.5 and the golden pocket here. This is something that's going to try and hold us down. We can also see that, I bet you we popped off of this beautiful golden pocket from below here down to the high here. Oh, 786. Okay, so we have that holding us up. This is 786 right now. If we drop this down to where this was, it's more likely the golden pocket. But we can see we have clear volume here across from here to here. If we pull this just so we can see, we got this point of control holding us up. And now if we pull the whole range, let's see what the whole range tells us. The whole range, like we just had up before, but it's very important to see the whole range. Clear value area high. So we're coming up to the value area high. I'd be looking for a short right now. Definitely around here. So this would be my setup. Tight stop loss on these coins here, because we know how much alts like to move. They like to move it. So right now we can see that price has come up. It's trying to recover from this drop. It could be a little bit lower, right? We've had exhaustion up here. So we've already been rejected. That is a possibility. Off the 0.5, I would look for it to make a higher high here and possibly look for a bearish divergence. Let's go down to the 30. Here it comes, right? So if we can make a higher high here, just a bit, right? Just a bit, we get the bearish divergence. I mean, that's a perfect short setup, right? So be careful, but let's look for that for a re-entry. If not, I can expect a continuation to the downside here. And maybe that will be a new trend, right? So definitely looking for a short here as it comes up and possibly printing that beautiful, beautiful bear div on the 30. If we go into the 12, let's get right into it. And it would be hidden here. But we can see we're not totally overbought yet, right? Look for this to curl up and then drop us down. We'll look for a momentum wave with a red dot. And that would be a good signal in order to enter, right? But it looks like it's curling up, right? We got higher high, maybe another higher high here, and then back down, right? This is something to be watching right now. This does look like a juicy trade setup. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I got to keep up with the comments. I'm not used to this, guys. You guys are asking me lots of questions. I appreciate this. This is great. We seem to be rejected from the meme band. He says, once we bust through the meme band, we will be off to the moon. History, we have always made macro highs. Yeah, they do. I've laddered 0.478 to 0.485. So he's climbing, Sniper's Nightmare is climbing the ladder. Looking for a short setup. I mean, this is it, man. This is the short setup on Ajax. So now we're going to go over to the much requested render. Okay, let's see what you guys got in store for me. You guys are great. I appreciate every single one of you. Please smash the like buttons. Let's get it out to as many people as possible. Let's grow the Otter Gang. Subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, I appreciate every single one of you for being here. We're over at the reindeer coin, the render. We've sung happy birthday. We've beatboxed. We're out here trying to figure it out for you guys. So looking at render, let's zoom out. Let's get a look at this. Crazy. Woo. Very similar story, my friends. Very similar story. So we have the double top. Like we've seen, we have the downtrend as we see here. We see that we're getting rejected. We do not want to go back to these levels, right? We do not want to go back to these levels. We've had such a sharp drop recently that the alts have caught up to Bitcoin, right? So we can see that, we've wicked down. We are attempting to come down to these lows. And we got continuation. Now that's the scary part, is these yellow X's tend to help. They come in threes and they tend to play out and work our way down. So this is not looking good for render. We are having a bit of relief. It's come down. It's touched this level of support, which you could have marked out from the longer term time frames. And you can see that it's trying to relieve itself and come back in to the range, right? So the range would definitely be, if we pull volume from here to here, we can see that there's a range here. We got a point of control up top here. And let's zoom out a little bit more and see if there's any more data we can pull from over here. Okay, not too much, but if we come way over here, I mean, we can get some more concise volume. And yeah, you can see the giant volume spike up above us here, right? But you can also see the giant path into lower lows, into this level over here, right? So we need to be careful, watch these volume areas and watch the price action here. So let's go into the 1 hour. Let's get you guys some trade setups and possibly figure this all out for you. So we do know how strong this 1.18 area is, right? So this is key level of support, right? Key level, right? So make sure you mark that out. Make sure you mark out the high here. Try to formulate a range and look at the volume. I mean, you can't really look at the volume from over here. So you got to look at the volume all the way back. Let's go back to where we were before. And let's pull the volume for this little range here. What do we got? Okay, so we got a value area low and a little bit of a spike here. Now let's pull it over for the entire range. And we can see that we definitely have this point of control here for this range here. So we'll mark out that. And we know that once we get above this blue line, we'll move this up. We're back into that range. So we're in this small range here that we're looking to trade. Now, how will we trade this? Well, we'll definitely have to pull some fibs, and this is our range right here. So we can see that we've marked it out. And this is our range we're looking to trade here. So obviously we're at the lower part of the range. We're coming back up and we're trying to make higher highs in order to push price back up, because we don't want to drop, right? Everybody doesn't want to drop. We could be coming up to some key levels of resistance, which is down here. Maybe we'll pull. My mouse is not working today. Maybe we'll pull from here. Yep, so we're coming up to a golden pocket on the shorter term time frames. This looks like it could get rejected from here. You're getting a reversal triangle as well on the 12-minute. So it's trying to work its way. It's had the dip. It's trying to work its way back up, and it could continue downwards. So we have key levels of resistance here. I'm sure there's volume here as well, because you can see that there's a range here. The volume, bang, point of control. This would be my trade setup for this. We're looking at a short, definitely from here. Maybe a little bit higher. I would go a little bit higher in between the 786 just to see if price continues to come upwards, right? So I would bring this up to here around 1.24 and look for a short from there and possibly bring us down. Hopefully that helps. Shout out to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. We have gone through almost everything. What else is left? We definitely have financial advice says short render. Well, it's right there. It's the setup. It's given. I mean, if you don't want it, don't take it. But it's not fun. It's definitely not financial advice. Mrs. Otter, how's it going? Look, when God touches man, look, that's not my hand. That's Mrs. Otter. Shout out to Mrs. Otter for always providing the coffee for the Otter gang. Thank you so much, Mrs. Otter. Salute to you. Appreciate you. She just came in and asked me if I wanted more coffee, because obviously, let's go NFA, let's go DYOR. Do your own research. Be patient out here. Be patient and let's wait for the moves. And we're going to go over to our last one of the day, and that's Blur. Because our new friend here, Ann, asked us to look at Blur, and we're going to look at Blur because we appreciate you for being here. And we're always out here. Ooh, Blur's looking similar. Not financial advice, but we have a key level of resistance here. And we definitely have a golden pocket above us. We could be bouncing off the 0.5 here. Look at this. I mean, we are on the 12-minute. Maybe we should smarten up and get on a different time frame here. Always work your way from the lower or from the higher time frames down to the lower time frames and get yourself some confluence throughout the chart. So look at this. We got a setup here coming up. Not financial advice, but it's looking very similarly. Now, why did I put that there? Well, when we look to the left here and we look at volume, we can see that there's actually a little bit bigger of a spike right here, right? You see the bigger spike? Yeah, there's a blue line here and a red line here, and but look at the volume. Don't just look at where the lines are. Look at where the volume is, and you can see the bigger spike here, and it lines up with the 786. So that, to me, is a much stronger area where price has been respected. But right now, if we're looking at Blur, we can look at similar trades, right? We're looking for similar trades throughout this, right? Because we know that right now on the weekend, we're going to have low volume, right? And low volume means that, yes, we've dumped waterfall down and we've continued sideways. The most trades I've seen for price action like this is that price has worked its way back up to halfway point of this drop, right? Underneath these levels, and then it's continued downwards, right? So right now it's about being patient. It's about taking what is given to you and then taking profits early and letting the rest of the trade ride. Because right now, price action is going to be difficult because volume's so low. There's no clear indication of up or down, right? There's no clear indication. So we want to be patient. We want to let price come to us. Boom. Okay, long from here. Boom. Maybe short from here, right? But pay yourselves along the way. Put that stop loss into profit so that you're not worrying about your trades because it's the weekend and we're not going to get the volume that we typically see, right? So protect yourselves, preserve your capital so you can trade for another day, right? That's what we're all about here. Good short lineup, possibly. Okay, what's up, Sniper's Nightmare? Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for being here. I'm trying to read the chat here. It's hard to read sometimes. Taking the dog for a walk. Good live, Alex. Chat with everyone on the Discord. Peace out. Happy birthday, Brooke. We love you here. Thank you so much for being part of the Otter Gang. Much love, much respect to Brooke and Jake. Always being here. The beautiful, beautiful Otter Gang couple. When Alex says short, you long, and vice versa. That is the way. Jonathan Schaefer knows what's up because we're not always right. We're just giving you the TA and hopefully it is the GUI as they talk about. Thank you for being here, Jonathan Schaefer. Even though the jokes hurt my feelings. No, I'm all right. Words are hard. I've set my render short. Uh-oh. People are taking the advice. We are watching render and we are watching out. Possibly could work out, possibly could not. Now let's get back to Blur. I hope we've given some ideas for Blur that can help you out. But look for Blur to work its way back up to this range high. But right now the setups here and possibly, if we do get a pump on Bitcoin, we could work our way back up. So be cautious, use good risk management, and always trade carefully out there. So let's get back to Bitcoin. What has Bitcoin done since we've been talking about all these other coins? Well, it's come up and it's stopped. We got one exciting pump today. Woohoo! Woohoo! So Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Jonathan Schaefer, much love to Alex. He really does understand a decent amount about charting. Thank you so much, Jonathan Schaefer. I mean, I'm trying my best, man. We can't know it all. That's why we build communities in order to get confluence throughout the community in order to help everyone become better. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all the time, man. Thank you so much. So right now, we're looking for price to work its way up to this point of control, this local area, and we're looking for price to come back to retest this support line here with Bitcoin. Obviously, going through all these time frames, we see that we do have bullish divergence on the 6 hour. It's hidden, but it is a bullish divergence, and we're looking for it to try and relieve itself, to try and come back up. But right now, we can see we're in a clear downtrend. Money flow is coming out, and we're hoping that we can get lower lows. We're trying to get below this key level here. Alex, now time to give us the advanced trading course. I'm not here to shill a trading course, but we do have some things in the works. We are doing Sunday school. We will film a video today. I believe we're going to do Market Cipher B today. So we're constantly talking about mindset. We're constantly talking about basic trading fundamentals in order to become more profitable. But what we really want to stress on this channel is mindset. We want to talk about, because trading is mostly mindset. Okay, it's all right to have a setup and all that, but if we're not practicing good mindset and refreshing our minds every single day, coming to the charts with a fresh and open mind, we're going to tend to not make as much profits because we're not in the right zone. So thank you, Mrs. Otter. See, I'm not making this float. I swear I'm not making it float. Mrs. Otter's delivering the Java. Thank you so much for the Java, Mrs. Otter. But we're trying to preach mindset here, risk management and capital preservation. So we can see that we've come up and we're back into this range, right? We're back into this range with low volume. My mind is screwed. How I managed to trade, I have no idea. Oh, man. So I think I shared a meme yesterday on the Discord, and it was like about stress or something like that. If we go over to here, I can pull it up. But it's so sadly true. But it's definitely about stress. And when we talk about stress, I mean, we definitely scientists invented a bracelet that converts stress to energy. And then we got Sniper's Nightmare here powering the whole of the UK. They don't need electric anymore. Don't worry, Sniper's Nightmare is over here trading. So yes, it is very stressful, and we do have to realize that it is not easy being a day trader, a scalper, a long swing trader, whatever it is. But we want to practice good mindset, help each other, be out here and extract profits, but also, being able to sleep at night is very important too. If you're in a trade that you're unsure about, pay yourself and get out, right? Pay yourself and get out. Because it's not worth your mental health, right? It's very much okay. Like, we are here to make profits. We are here to make money. Not financial advice, but we do want to be profitable, right? And in order to do that, we need to practice a healthy mindset and good risk management, right? So it's very important, and it's part of the journey, right? For me, I've gone through times where I'm just like losing my mind, checking my phone at night, wondering if I'm trying to will the price action. I'm trying to think and move the price with my mind, and it's obviously a problem with my trade plan, my profit-taking plan, my risk management. If I am stressing, it's something to do with the way I'm trading, right? And by acknowledging that, I'm able to adjust that. So now, I don't trade on my phone at work because I can't properly set my trade set up the way I'd normally have it, right? I can't check coinalyze.net for divergences. I can't do certain things. So I set in strict rules in order to manage my mindset. In order to be stress-free trading, I can press long, set stop losses and just relax, right? That's what I did this morning with this trade that I'm in right now, right? I'm in a long from down here. I've targeted up here. I set my stop loss, and then I started my live, right? And guess what? It shot up. But I have my levels. I knew that I wanted to trade this range. I know that volume's low, and I know that price is going to typically work in between here. If it dumps over, okay, a little bit of a loss. But right now, my trade strategy says that I'm at the very bottom of a range, and it's time to trade. So I jumped in this morning without hesitation, right? Because I have a plan and I have good risk management, right? I'm able to do that by practicing this mindset stuff, right? So that's what we're trying to teach here. That's what we're trying to help people with, right? Because we all want to sleep better at night, but we also want to make profits. So if we combine the two, that's happy days, right? That's happy days. So right now, look for us to range. Look for a bigger move. I'd say coming tomorrow. We've had a pump here, but there's no serious indication of which direction we are going to go besides sideways and possibly down, because we are in a downtrend, right? So look for a little bit of relief, but look for price to be pretty stagnant over the weekend, because look at the volume. The volume is pretty pathetic, right? It's pretty pathetic, right? We have little moves here and there. So let's try today to catch the top of this range here and the bottom of this range here, and let the trade ride, and hopefully we get the direction by getting into these trades, right? That's kind of how I would be trading this if we are trading. Remember to practice that good risk management and wait for what price will show us, because over on the dollar index, it's pretty high up. Not a lot of people putting their money into risk assets. We're looking at the S&P as well, right? It's bouncing along the trend line. It has failed to get out of underneath this trend line here. It's pumped up, right? Bitcoin hasn't had that relief yet, right? So with the S&P, we're definitely watching. Can it work its way down this trend line? Yes or no, right? We have key level of resistance here that it has come up in touch, but look for it to work its way back down, depending on what the macro environment is telling us, right? So right now, I don't see a lot of movement for Bitcoin yet, but I will expect a bigger move come tomorrow, because it is obviously the weekly close. And the weekly right now looks pretty bearish to me overall. Looks pretty bearish, right? We have this somewhat doji candle on the monthly. If we pull up the monthly, we have that doji candle. That is a reversal candle right here. We have the monthly coming down for March, right? So can we expect lower lows? Possibly, right? Possibly. It's all possible, right? It depends. It depends on what we do. But look for this 21,400, 21,300 area to hold. If it holds, we continue upwards. If it doesn't, then we'll look for lower lows, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to head out. Hope you're all doing well. We got the levels here. We got the prices here. It's all set up. Make sure to take these down. They have been respected throughout the past. So let's make sure that we like, subscribe, join us in the Discord. We'll be setting you up. We'll be sending some pictures today about the beautiful coastline in Australia. We'll be streaming at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Dump the corn, dump the corn, dump the corn. That's what we all want. We want to fill up some more bags, don't we, Otter Gang? We want to fill it up. Let's go. We got a brush. We're gonna dump. We're gonna go and have a great day today. Oh, we out here. Batman says dump the price. So I hope you're all doing well. I'll be in the Discord. I'll be here trying to help you guys as much as possible. But I love every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for helping us climb this subscription ladder. I think we're at 200. So, I mean, we're doing well. I'm very grateful for every single one of you guys. Motivate me every single day to be better, to try and be a better trader, to try and help you guys and to help everybody. So Thank you so much for being here. God bless you all. Stay safe out there. Much love and respect. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Peace out. Much love. Bye. Sniper's nightmare. We gonna fill up those bags, my friend. We gonna fill up those bags. Mrs. Otter, are we filling up the bags? Yeah, we filling up the bags. Otter gang. Much love. Peace out. Love you all. See you in the next one. Peace.